We were gonna stay, and we had everything. We went and bought, over $1,000 worth of groceries, and we just kept watching the news, and it was just coming closer. It was massive. You can't say, well, we've been through this before. And I was just thinking, what if I'm holding on to my kids? Like, what if the roof blows off? I mean, you never know. We evacuated to Jacksonville and went out. Sorry, it's like emotional. We left Friday night at 10, and the hurricane came Sunday. Everything we had a parent here who had 2 kids, a 2 and a 3-year-old, and their house burned down during the hurricane, and there was no one to go put out the fire because there was no one here to do it. So they left to Ohio, and their whole home burned down to nothing but columns. So they literally lost everything. There was nowhere open. There was no public schools open yet. No daycares were open. This was just right after they were letting residents back into the Keys. And I was watching kids at my house just so that parents could clean up their yards, and some had to go back to work. So I had like 12 kids at my house, just trying to do the best I could to keep them occupied. We couldn't really play outside because the bugs were terrible. There was trash piled up everywhere. Just, I wanted the kids to be together so they felt some normalcy, and so that they, could see their friends and not be so stressed about, their house getting flooded, them losing everything. And I just wanted to do that for them, to help them kind of not be so stressed out and know that, I'm a person that has been in their life for so many years. That was normal for them, and to just kind of keep their mind off of it as much as I could.
I'm here in front of Banana Cabana, which is normally a child care center. Normally this time of day kids would be playing out here, but as you can see, everything here has been completely destroyed. Everything inside is gone. The floors are destroyed, the drywall's destroyed. It looks like they're able to salvage some toys, but looks like a total loss inside.
Whenever we came back, it got flooded inside. It was a complete mess. Mostly everything that was pretty much below a foot was destroyed and had to get thrown away. It was very overwhelming. We were kind of blown away with how much stuff we had to throw away and was ruined. It was really emotional. I didn't know how I was going to get through it. I didn't think that anything was ever going to go back to normal. I had lost a teacher that worked next to me. She lost her home, so she had to move to Vero Beach. So I had a hard time just adjusting to. I had her in my next to me for 3 years. We were trying to open up somewhere just so we could have all of our kids come back, because we had a lot more families calling, hey, when are you guys going to be open up? We didn't have an answer at that time. The kids were out of school for about a month, and whenever we opened back up, we had to open up at Sugarloaf School, the elementary school down there. We only had 2 classrooms, and here we had 5. So we had to combine all the kids together, and we lost probably about half the amount of kids that we have right now. We had to go through licensing to get a provisional license. We had to go through her boss. We had to go through the principal at the school and everyone, just to see if they had the classrooms available. How long we would be able to stay there, if with licensing, if we were going to be able to go there with the space and the amount of kids legally and all that information. It took them about a couple weeks, but once they seen the routine, they got adjusted to it. We talked about Banana Cabana a lot and how we were going to go back so that they knew that we'd be back here. We're very fortunate for Sugarloaf to let us open there. That was not, planned, and we didn't think that it was going to be that bad as it was, but it happened, and you just kind of got to go day by day and work with what you have, and you won't know an answer unless you ask around. So unless we would have asked Sugarloaf, we would have never opened there. They would have never just came to us and asked us. Yes, we came back the beginning of November. Whenever we opened, we wanted things to look as normal as possible. Insurance covered nothing at all. We had a lot of donations. The owner, she thought she was gonna have to close the school down and just kind of be done with it, because when insurance said they weren't covering anything, she was scraping to even try to pay, for an extra 2 weeks after the hurricane, just to help the teachers out, because everyone was out of work. We were obviously depending on insurance to help a lot with those things. We have like 48 kids now. We had maybe 23 to 25 at Sugarloaf. We had no idea that we'd have so many people be so generous to come forward to give us everything that we were given. I cried, it was really relieving. I could never repay someone for how much they've helped us out. My husband is born and raised here. This is what my kids are used to. They're friends. My stepdaughter and my son have been coming here since they were 1 year old. And it's all they've ever known. And just not to know if your house is okay. Are you going to have a choice to have to move out of the Keys? You know, and just for me to think about starting over at another daycare, I didn't want to do it, and I didn't know how I would pull myself to be strong enough for my kids, because it was really depressing. And I've been here since I was 18. Actually, today marks 8 years that I've been here. It's like home to me, you know. I enjoy my job. I wake up every morning. I love coming here. You get to work with kids all day and do art and, you know, see them grow up. And I have families that I've gotten so close with. You know, their kids are in 4th grade now, and I still am a part of their lives because, you know, I babysit for them. I see them outside of work, and just not knowing if I was ever going to be a part of that again was really hard to wrap my head around. And we still have work to do. We still work on it every day, but it has come a long way. And without my staff, I wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't be like it is right now.